In an era where safeguarding against potential threats has become an utmost priority, these extraordinary locations stand as bastions of protection, employing cutting-edge technology, rigorous protocols, and ingenious design to ensure unparalleled security. From secretive government bunkers to impenetrable vaults, join us as we unveil the intricacies of these remarkable strongholds, where access is restricted and defenses are second to none. Number 10. Fort Knox, United States. Down in Kentucky, there's this super secure spot called Fort Knox. Picture it like a mega safe, and it's got the US Bullion Depository, which is basically where they stash tons of America's gold. It's not your regular safe though, more like a military-style fortress. Big, tough walls made of extra strong concrete keep everything inside safe and sound. And it's not just about walls, there's a whole army watching over the place to make sure nothing fishy happens. Cameras and sensors work around the clock like high-tech watchdogs, keeping an eye on every nook and cranny. Getting in? Well, it's not a walk in the park. Only a select few with special clearance can waltz in. Fort Knox isn't just about gold. It's like a history buff's dream, with stories echoing from its walls, showcasing how the US takes its wealth and security dead seriously. Number 9. Area 51, United States. Out in the Nevada desert sits a place that's basically the Batman of secure spots, Area 51. We all know it's like the ultimate mystery, guarded tighter than your grandma's secret cookie recipe. People claim they've peeked inside, but proof? Almost as rare as spotting a UFO itself. Area 51 isn't just some hidden gem. It's a real-world playground for military tests and top-notch forces. It's the world's puzzle box. Everyone's curious, but nobody has the full picture. Calling it well-guarded is like saying the sun is a bit warm. The whole joint is loaded with sensors, cameras, and who knows what gadgets, just waiting to catch anyone trying to play detective. Even the folks working there have to zip their lips with non-disclosure agreements. And if you're not part of the aircraft testing crew, sorry, you're stuck indoors during experiments. But here's the kicker, if you're a UFO enthusiast with dreams of storming the gates, know this, they're authorized to use deadly force. Area 51 isn't just guarded, it's a whole different level of secrecy and intrigue, making it a true masterpiece of enigma. Number 8. Cheyenne Mountain Complex, United States. Tucked away in the Rocky Mountains is the Cheyenne Mountain Complex, a military fortress designed to handle some serious punches. Imagine this place as a superhero headquarters, ready to stand tall against the impact of a nuclear explosion. It's got a cool name too, NORAD, which stands for North American Aerospace Defense Command. Basically, it's like the shield that guards the United States from any airborne threats. The complex is not just a bunch of buildings, it's a high-tech warren built inside a mountain. This colossal structure houses command centers, communication hubs, and top-secret facilities. The idea is to keep everything running smoothly, even if things get a bit crazy outside. It's the kind of place that shows you the US means business when it comes to keeping the skies safe and secure. Number 7. ADX Florence, United States. Way out in Colorado, there's this super tough prison they call Alcatraz of the Rockies. ADX Florence. It's not your regular jail. It's where they keep the really tough cookies. Imagine it. It's in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by mountains. Seems like they picked the spot to make sure no one's taking a casual stroll away. Security here is next level. Cameras, guards, and fancy tech gadgets everywhere. If you're thinking about breaking out, think twice. It's like trying to beat a game set to the highest difficulty level. The walls are thick, the technology is like something out of a sci-fi flick, and the guards are on their A game. ADX Florence isn't just a prison, it's a fortress that makes escaping sound like a wild movie plot. Number 6. The Greenbrier, United States. Down in West Virginia, behind the fancy curtains of the Greenbrier, there's a secret that's straight out of a spy novel. Beneath this posh 5-star resort, there's a bunker, and not just any bunker. This place was built during the Cold War, when things were tense and duck and cover drills were a thing. Imagine this. Thick concrete walls that could probably withstand a meteor shower, a self-contained power system to keep the lights on, and enough water supplies to make a desert jealous. Why? Well, it turns out, this bunker was meant to be the ultimate hiding spot for the US Congress if the world went haywire. It's like the Greenbrier has this double-life luxury on the surface, and a Cold War time capsule hidden underneath, ready for action. Number 5. Bank of England Gold Vault, United Kingdom. Deep beneath the vibrant streets of London, there's something quite extraordinary: the Bank of England Gold Vault. This isn't your average vault. It's like a secret treasure chamber for the United Kingdom. You won't stumble upon it by accident. The only way in is through a narrow, heavily guarded tunnel that's like a pathway to a golden fortress. Inside, it's a sight to behold. Picture tons of gold bars neatly stacked, shining in the soft glow of carefully placed lights. Security here is no joke. They've got layers of high-tech surveillance and guards that make sure only the authorized get anywhere near that precious gold. It's not just about the bling, it's about the nation's wealth, and the Bank of England takes its role as the guardian of this treasure very seriously. Number 4. The Kremlin, Russia. The Kremlin in Moscow is like a giant castle that's super important for Russia. Inside, there's the working place for the country's leaders, sort of like the president's office. It's not just about politics. There are also really old and cool buildings, like churches and museums. The Kremlin is a big deal because it holds important stuff, like the country's history and valuable treasures. It's super secure with big walls and guards, because they want to keep everything safe. You know, like a real-life superhero fortress. Number 3. Iron Mountain, United States. A big, secret place in Pennsylvania called Iron Mountain. It's not above ground, it's actually hiding underground. What makes it special is that it's like a super secret library, but instead of books, it keeps really important computer stuff safe. Companies and important people stash their valuable information there. Iron Mountain stays super secure with some serious high-tech wizardry. First off, they've got crazy surveillance cameras everywhere, watching like super alert superheroes. Then, there are these high-tech sensors that can detect anything out of the ordinary, like a real-life alarm system. So, Iron Mountain is like a hidden superhero base, but for really important computer files. Number 2. Swiss Fort Knox, Switzerland. The Swiss Fort Knox is like a super secret hideout in the mountains, kind of like a secret clubhouse for important stuff. To even get close, you need special permission. It's not like walking into a store, it's more like trying to get into a VIP party. And when you're near, there are cameras everywhere, like the ones in spy movies, keeping an eye on everything. Now, what's inside is not your regular, everyday things. We're talking super important stuff, like secret government stuff and super valuable financial info. It's not just sitting there. It's like they put a super duper lock on it, both physical and digital. And if someone thinks they can sneak in and mess around, well, they better think again. The team in charge is ready to stop them, and they're not playing around. They can use some serious measures to keep everything safe. Number 1. Mesa Verde, United States. It's a decommissioned military base. That means it used to be a big deal for the military, but now it's got a new mission. Mesa Verde is like a superhero suit against crazy events, like if there's a big electromagnetic pulse or some other serious threat. It's designed to take the hit and keep going, like a champ. If things go really haywire, and the normal places where the government does its thing aren't safe, Mesa Verde steps in. It's like the emergency headquarters, making sure the government can keep on working no matter what. So, Mesa Verde isn't just an old military base. It's like the backup plan, the place that says, hey, if things get wild, we've got it covered.